Hello, folks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm back in here tonight, and I wanted to show you all a picture of the web of uh, violence. And I've got it on my phone here, and I'm going to put it on the video, but you probably won't be able to read it, so I'll probably have to read it off to you because the screen's too small. Here you go. I'm going to show it to you, folks. This is the circle of violence. See that right there? That's what I'm talking about. That's the narcissistic circle of violence, and that's their pattern. So, um, I'm going to read it off to you. It says male privilege, treating her like a servant, making all the big decisions, acting like the master of the castle, and being the one to define men's and women's robes. And up here it says, at the very top it says violence, and it's got arrows that go this way and that way. And it says coercion and threats, making and carrying out threats to do something to hurt her, threatening to leave her, commit suicide, or report her to welfare, making her drop charges and making her do illegal things. That's coercion and threats, folks. And then up here it says physical, emotional, and sexual up at the very top with the arrows. Okay, we read the coercion. Here's the intimidation. Making her afraid by using looks, actions, and gestures, smashing things, and destroying her property, and abusing pets and displaying weapons. That's intimidation. Emotional abuse, putting her down and making her feel bad about herself, calling her names, making her think she's crazy, playing mind games, humiliating her, and making her feel guilty. That's the emotional abuse, folks. And right here it says isolation, controlling what she does, who she sees and talks to, what she reads and where she goes, limiting her outside involvement, using jealousy to justify actions. That's isolation. And down here it says minimizing, denying, and blaming. Making light of the abuse and not taking her concerns about it seriously, saying the abuse didn't happen, shifting responsibility for abusive behavior, saying she caused it. And here's another one that says using children, making her feel guilty about the children, using the children to relay messages, using visitation to harass her, threatening to take the children away. Yes. Yes. And here's another one that says economic abuse, preventing her from getting or keeping a job, making her ask for money, giving her an allowance, taking her money, not letting her know about or have access to family income. And that's the end of it, folks. It goes around and around in a circle. That's the power and control wheel. But it takes up my screen plus more, folks. So there you go. You know, when I keep talking about going around and around in circles, that's what it does. That's the pattern of abuse. And those are all the things that a narcissist uses on you. And when I said that a while ago, folks, I was talking to my husband because once again I'm making a video and he's in here hollering at me in there in the bedroom. So I was talking to him when I said yes. But that's the circle of abuse, folks, and that's what I mean when I say the pattern goes around and around, because that's what it does, folks. It all goes right back to that. It'll go, it'll go from one thing to the next every day in a circle on those things that I just read out to you. And that's all that happens, folks, in a narcissistic relationship. It's a terrible way to live, folks. I tell you, I don't want to see people get into that, because it's not a good life to live. It's not healthy mentally or anything else for you, because chances are the narcissist is going to wind up physically abusing you, and that could hurt you really bad. And I don't want to see that, because I've been physically abused before, and it shows up on you when you get older, because some of your body parts has been abused and stuff, and it hurts, folks. You know, just like I told you, about the eardrum the other day. You know, I've been hitting my ears, and I'm not too sure that ain't got something to do with my tube in my left ear over here. It's messed up because the doctor told me it was. And so I'm not ruling out that abuse didn't do that to me, you know. And I told you I've had knots beating my head. I've wore a rib belt before because my ribs almost got broke. I've had 2 black eyes, a busted mouth. I was hit up here in the side of my head when I first I wasn't married very long, and his mask slipped. He hit me up here and left a bruise, and down here. And what they do, folks, they'll pick out places that, that maybe the bruise won't show up. And I think that's what he was trying to do, was go for an area where he didn't think that the bruise would show up, so that's where he hit me. Because most of the time, they'll hit you in places where it doesn't show. Because they don't want people outside the pattern to know how they really are. They want to make themselves look good and make you look bad. And that's their whole goal, folks. But I want to send you all this circle of violence, and, share that with you, and hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. You have a good night and a blessed night, too. You got this, folks. You're awesome. Bye-bye.